Why you only call when you
Cool.
Mainstream. Sick.
Amazing. Surreal.
I gave you everything that you wanted.
Sexy.
Like I'm a phony.
Artistic.
No, my name is right, but you are. Look into my eyes when you told me.
I would describe his music as very passionate. He really writes what he thinks, and I really like that. And especially not in just in his lyrics, but like also in the music. And it's just really energizing and very nice to listen to overall. So yeah.
Alright, today we are joined by Knox, right? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am a 10th grader in Clear Lake High School, and I make music, and I'm in theater.
Awesome. So, you said you were in theater, correct?
Yeah.
You were a lead both your freshman year and your sophomore year.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little about that process?
Well, I mean, it was really fun, I guess, and it was a good experience overall, and I learned a lot from it. And it was a surprise at first, and I think that, I'm not taking it for granted or anything, and it's, it was just fun.
Yeah. Would you say it is normal for freshmen to be leads in musicals?
I wouldn't say it's abnormal. Like, it wasn't something I expected, but I think that there is no limit. Really, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Alright, so you said you write music, or you do music.
Yeah.
Why'd you start writing music?
Well, basically, I think that since I was, born, I was kind of born into this music family. Like, my parents met in a band, and it was kind of something that I've always, loved doing, and I've always felt like I had, it was my thing. I felt like it was always something that no matter how much I did it, I would never get bored of it. So I've just been, I guess, progressing and practicing for 3 years, or not 3 years, just a lot longer than that.
Okay. So you say your parents met in a band, and would you say that's the same reason to today, that you just were brought up in a musical family, or has your reason for musical changed?
I think that it wouldn't have happened if I wasn't born by the people that if I wasn't the kid of my parents, because they're such a music family, and they taught me how to write songs and they did all that. But I would say that instead of them kind of being that's not the drive of why I make music, but it does help whenever your dad can give you a guitar solo on a song.
Alright, that makes sense. Can you tell us a little bit of the process that from the start to where it ends on Spotify, YouTube Premium, or?
Yeah. So basically, I start my songs by just kind of with an idea, and sometimes I am, sometimes I pull it off a voice memo or something I made at 3 a.m.
Okay.
And then I make the beat around it, and then after I'm done with the song, and after a month of me just perfecting it and making too many versions of it, I just submit it to my distributor, which is it's online, and I think anybody can do it. And then it goes out to every platform, all DSPs.
Okay. You said everywhere, so
yeah.
Would that make you famous if anyone could reach it and anyone could know you?
No, not right now, at least. I don't think,
no.
I don't consider myself, I'm not famous. I'm really not at all. But I think that I have people that appreciate my music, and I'm grateful for that, because, I love, and I don't consider them fans. They're mostly just my friends, I'm just glad that I have people to share my music with.
Okay. Oh, when did you realize, oh shit, people know who I am, that maybe I didn't meet at first, but because of my music I met them?
Well, I have a lot of friends that have been recently getting extremely big on social medias and stuff. And the Austin crowd, definitely, whenever people would come up to me and be like, hey, you're Knox. Hey, what's your real name though? For real, like and people not knowing me for like
Yeah.
anything else but music is when I kind of realized that like that people know me from music only. So I think that when I started playing shows, definitely like started that.
Okay. Okay. Was it shocking when they first came up to you?
It was a little awkward, but you know, I don't get too many encounters from people that I don't know, but you know, I'm always down for it, and it's always fun.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if you had to pick an artist that kind of inspires your music or writes your music, kind of, what artist would you pick?
There's a lot,
Okay.
because really, I don't know what type of music I even make anymore. I just kind of make it, but I could always say Frank Ocean, even though I'm not getting to that level anytime soon.
Okay.
But you know, there's just a lot of like artists that I just feel, even if they don't make music, that I just feel inspired by creatively.
Okay.
That I just, you know, I love creative people.
Huh. Would you say you're gonna make a career out of this, or do you have another pathway you're gonna go down?
I think that I would love to do this when I grow up. However, I'm not expecting to,
Okay.
but I 100% want to do something with art, and I want to find ways in the future, different ways to express myself creatively, whether that be like music or something else in that sense.
Okay. Okay, so you said you had done shows in Austin, and how exactly did that happen? Like,
Well, this is like I feel like it's a little bit of nepotism because my brother runs the festivals that I perform at, which is literally like, that's also another thing where it's like, you know, my parents were born in the band, and you know, my brother does festivals. It's like the perfect storm of like, my family is so supportive, and he had always had in mind me being kind of like a performer at one of his concerts, and whenever I started to put out the music, he started pushing it more. And my brother's my biggest supporter, so you know, I always will be at frothing.
Okay, shout out to your brother.
Yeah, shout out Baxter.
Shout out Baxter. Okay, so what do you think is your proudest song that you've put out? Like, this song I'm so proud of. That will be my favorite forever.
Okay. I think that as I like listen to my songs more, "Waiting for You" is always like a really good one because I feel like that song is so fun to listen to. But "Growing Pains" is probably like it's easily my favorite song I've ever put out. Just the work I put into it, like the amount of time I spent. Like, I've never spent that long writing lyrics, and I've never spent that long like making a song as perfect as possible, and I feel like that song is very close to it for me.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Real quickly before we leave, is there anyone you would like to shout out? I know you shouted out a lot of your family members, but is there anyone else you would like to shout out?
I would say, you know, my family obviously, but like anybody who puts up with like, you know, anyone who like supports me and my music, I guess. Anybody that does it. I'm Knox Wright, and I make music, and it's cool to listen to, I guess, so you should do that. You know, I'm on all streaming platforms, so you can find me there, and yeah.
Knox, really quickly, who should you follow?
Dr. Dre, the Director 06, definitely.
I'm just a kid, I just doubt you. Will I ever live with it? Now my eyes too scared the side will be about you. Don't wanna reroute you. You just for the cloud too. Why you only